order to prepare the meter, it must be turned on, and then the probe and charger must be plugged into the meter.
In life you have a place. Acids have a hydrogen, hydroxide for a base. Acids give off H+, when in water they are stirred, forming H3O.
Also, to prepare the meter's pH must be calibrated using the buffers with pHs of 4.0 and 7.0. This is done so the meter is ready to obtain the pH of unknown solutions accurately. When obtaining the pH of a buffer solution, we place the clean probe into the buffer solution in order to check that the meter is calibrated correctly. The pH meter should read 7.0, otherwise we have to recalibrate it.
Like Ca and Fe oxidize.
A buffer is an aqueous solution with a very stable pH. It is a solution at equilibrium with an acid on one side of the equation and a conjugate base on the other. So when hydronium ions are added, the base in the reaction will neutralize them, and when hydroxide ions are added, the conjugate base will neutralize them. This makes the buffer very resistant to changes in pH.
Cu won't react.
Strong acids and weak acids. When the acid dissolves in water, a proton is transferred to a water molecule to create a positive hydronium ion and then a negative ion. In weak acids, this reaction is reversible. It is at equilibrium. But in strong acids, this reaction basically goes to completion and the acid is completely ionized.
Bases yield hydroxide. OH minus how we write. When dissolved in water and disappear from sight, the more hydroxide ions, the higher pH slopes, the more slippery it feels as it turns your skin into soap. Fats are hydrolyzed by bases, turns them into soap, which can be fashioned.
In order to test the solution of unknown pH, after the meter is calibrated, the probe is placed into the solution of unknown pH and swirled gently. Then we wait for the pH meter's reading to stabilize.
Sodium forms sodium hydroxide, a strong base. Acids and bases, in life you have a place.
To clean and store the meter, we rinse the probe with distilled water and then blotted the probe dry gently. Then we turn the meter off and unplug the probe and charger from the outlet.
The two together and you get some real neat stuff. It's called neutralization. I can never get enough. It makes water molecules and salt with no regrets. Titration's what you call it when you mix them with burettes. Mava equals muvub can be used to calculate concentrations of an acid or a base when you titrate. Just remember that Ma or Mub will get multiplied by the number of each ion by which they're identified.